What is going on, everybody? And thank you for watching. Aaron has reached out to me about doing kind of like a Saturday story time, and he thought it'd be a really cool idea for me to talk about a recent challenge that I did over on my YouTube channel, which is Seabolt Speaks. I'm sure Aaron will link that in the description below, or you can feel free to just search that on YouTube. Come follow my channel and my language journeys. But I recently just did a challenge of, basically I wanted to study Russian using just one application, because the idea is which application, you know, every application is like, we're the best and blah, blah, blah. So I thought, what better way to test that than to just use one app for 3 months. And I kind of want to just talk about that, why that's a bad idea and stuff like that. Also, you may be asking, what, are you shooting this on your phone in your car at lunchtime on work? And the answer is yes. And I didn't want to do anything super professional looking, because a lot of times this is what my videos are. So if you know, I didn't want you to say, oh, this looks really professional, let me go check it out, and then see stuff like this occasionally, because it's almost a lot of times is more like a diary type of thing where I'm just talking. I didn't want you to get kind of set up and let down. Anyway, so learning, basically I picked Russian because Russian has always been a language that I've been interested in. I love the Slavic tree. At some point in my life, I do want to learn Russian, Polish, Czech, stuff like that. I really love the Slavic language. I think it sounds beautiful, even though it's a little bit difficult with the cases and stuff for English speakers. But anyway, so I thought, I'm going to use Babbel, right? Babbel, I don't hear a lot of people talking about. It seems like Duolingo is always the big one, and Memrise obviously is super huge, and Babbel is definitely up there, but I don't hear a lot of people talking about it, so I thought I would use Babbel. And at about a month and a half in, I was kind of at a stalemate. Now, you probably are thinking to yourself, well, duh, but hey, I'm doing this for science. And it was just not really a good experience. Not because Babbel's not great. Babbel is fantastic. I think Babbel is good. Maybe not necessarily on Russian and Polish, where they only have like 7 courses, versus like if you're doing French or Spanish, they have like 107 courses, but that's just because of the, you know, any language that has a higher demand, you're obviously going to put more effort into the content and have more content up. Like, you wouldn't want to have 50 Spanish lessons and 50 Russian lessons. You would want to have more Spanish because more people are using that. So I understand that. But I just got a little kind of burnout on it, and ultimately didn't meet that goal because of, I mean, I did meet the goal. I finished 3 months of it, but I eventually had to start using other resources, and I started using, obviously, I still used Babbel from time to time, but I didn't finish anything at all. Like, I didn't even finish the 7 courses in that. I did start using Link, which actually helped me a lot. I learned about 562, I think is where I'm at, words in Russian. And that was just in the last month and a half of it with Link. So that would progress if I would jump back into it. And then, you know, I would use a couple of other things. I used Lingodeer, but I didn't really care much for the Lingodeer Russian course. And that's just because there's not a lot. Lingodeer is definitely recommended, and in my opinion, best for your Asian languages, Korean, Japanese, Chinese, and they do have a Vietnamese course, but I've never checked it out, even though Vietnamese is a language I want to learn. But yeah, it just wasn't a good experience, man. It was really kind of a waste of a month and a half because I just used Babbel. I technically did cheat during that. I did make flashcards of the Babbel words that I uploaded into Quizlet. I don't know if that's really cheating though, because that's just kind of refreshing or going over what was in Babbel. So overall, highly would not recommend ever learning a language with ones. And they always tell you that, right? You know, it's like, which resource is the best? And it's like, well, A, whichever one you stick with, but B, whichever one complements other things that you're doing. Like, I don't think that you can learn. I don't think that you could learn from just one app, and I don't think that, and I would go as far as saying I know that. Like, it's just, there's not enough material. So anyway, that is my short story of my failure of trying to learn a language completely with just one app in 3 months. I didn't even make it 3 months. I couldn't even go through the challenge, man, because it just got so boring. Like, you have to freshen things up, man, or else it's just not gonna work. So anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you guys over at my channel, and yeah, thanks for watching.